This was my very first house. It was like the mansion of the village. Beautiful.
You had the flu? I had to go to work.
This is where I went to school. We had 5 students and no teacher. We had to teach ourselves.
Today you have Netflix? You know what I had? Watch God take a shit.
My first car was a tractor with cabbage leaves for roof. I had to take 7 mountains, 5 rivers, 3 volcanoes and 1 ocean just to get to school. This right here was my bus. When I was 11 years old, a bear broke into the house with a gun. I choked him. He died. When I was growing up, we had to work 42-hour days. My house was so cold that the neighbors would use it as a fridge. My house was so hot that my neighbors would use it as an oven. When I was a boy, I was already a man.
My blanket was a potato sack.
You have a headache? When I was your age, I had every age. You know what I got for Christmas? A beating. You play football on grass, I play football on concrete. We had to play football with cabbage because ball was not invented back then. I learned how to drive a manual car before I learned to talk. I never had computer games growing up. I had a rock. And if I was lucky, my parents maybe give me stick. Back in my day, if you want to take a shit, you had to make hole in ground. No toilet. This was the village wrestling pit. We all fight here. Winner take 1 rock.
My parents hit me with a belt because I was number 1 in my class. I should have been number 0.
I got my first job when I was 1 year old because my father said, if you don't work, you don't eat. In my village, stairs were not invented, so you had to climb to the apartment. You are very lucky that you have a phone. Back in my day, I had to communicate by pigeon. This was my playground growing up. Beautiful. You know what I got for my birthday? A roof over my head.
Today you have Uber Eats. You know what I had? No eats.
Growing up, I only had 1 pencil, and once it runs out, that's it. You die. Shoes? You mean bare feet? Every morning to check the time, I had to walk over here. Okay, I once lost 3 arms fighting a grizzly bear. I grew them back, fought him and his family. Fishing rod? You mean my hands? Growing up, this was the village ball. Perfect condition. Good for baseball. When I was a little boy, I had no friends. I had a chicken and a rock. That's it. I had to work 25 jobs on Monday and 15 jobs on Tuesday.